Hi, Marcie. Thank you so much for joining us here at the Hub Online Network. So first of all, let's just introduce who you are and what your role is.
Thank you, Jessica. My name is Marcie Down. I'm the Executive Director of Gold Country Community Society.
Wonderful. And today we're going to be talking about a new project that I've kind of social media have seen and piqued my interest, and I think hopefully piques a lot of other people's interest, and that's the Sunflower Project. So tell me kind of how it started and what your involvement is with the project.
Well, the Sunflower Project was brought forward to us by master artist, who's an internationally award-winning artist, Michelle Lockery, and community director, Stacey Fenimore. And we work together as a Real Creates team with Gold Country. And it was to bring something forward that was very positive during the time of COVID. Mm-hmm. So with COVID, we kept hearing everything stopping. Events are being canceled, festivities are being canceled. So our events calendar was all of a sudden emptying very quickly. So it was, how can we promote and what can we do to shine a light on our rural communities and to connect everybody? And mental health was definitely an issue as well too, because a lot of us were, working from home for the first time or working in kind of isolated situations. People were staying at home with their children, and it's like, what can we do to bring everybody together in a safe manner and to still promote and work forward? Mm-hmm. So that idea came forward about the Sunflower Project. And it's been absolutely phenomenal. The connection that we're making, Secret Gardens had sponsored thousands of seeds. And from our social media posts that we did yesterday, there's been over 90,000 seeds that have planted that other people have sponsored and brought forward as well too. So people can pick up seeds, at their home garden places, anywhere. We do have some available. There are some here at the Hub as well. I have some of the little packages here that we've been making up as well. But it's just been a just incredible connection. And the artists and the people that are coming forward has just been remarkable. Mm-hmm.
So is there it's not just planting sunflowers, it's creating art to do with sunflowers as well. So what is the directive with the art part?
That has just been a growing piece of it as well too, connecting the artists as well. So as we've been posting things, people are just coming forward, mm-hmm. and I want to be a part of this. How can I help? What can I do? Mm-hmm. Eventually we'll have another connection that'll be coming up that we'll talk about at another time, and that's why I have this metallic sunflower that was created by Cedar Mueller, which is just phenomenal.
It's beautiful.
But we have another piece that's coming out, eventually be our next phase, so to speak. But with the sunflowers, it's that living art installation piece, mm-hmm. as well. So as people are driving those highways and byways all around BC, they'll be able to see these sunflowers growing.
And sunflowers is one of those things that you only have to plant once, isn't it?
Yes, they do. That's the beautiful thing about it. You start off with one seed and then you have many seeds. Yeah. And that's a lot of it as well too, and sharing that part of it, mm-hmm. is sharing that connection. So I have a seed. In the fall, I'll have many seeds, and then I can keep some and I can pass them around. Mm-hmm. And we can also feed the birds as well. Mm-hmm. These are great pollinators. The bees love them. So it's just for children and families, something to see grow as well. And a lot of our communities have really connected with this project too. It's just been incredible. I'm looking so forward to visiting, in safe manners as we can do so, these communities, and as we safely drive through, mm-hmm. you can see all these sunflowers. And mm-hmm. the planters and all over. It's going to be gorgeous.
They're one of my favorite flowers. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the goal is just to plant sunflowers.
Just
everywhere.
Plant sunflowers everywhere. Absolutely.
Starting in BC and working out.
That's right. There's been a connection made now with Texas.
Wow.
So it's just growing and growing, literally growing.
Yeah.
I have a mobile garden unit kit here that I can take with me. But it's just been, COVID was a really hard time and is a mm-hmm. really hard time, and there's been such a struggle. And with, like I said, everything closing down, mm-hmm. again, it's what can we do to shine a light? Mm-hmm. What can we do to help promote and bring things forward and to give that hope? So mm-hmm. that's why we have the hashtag Seeds for Hope, Art with Gold, and there's just so many other things that we'll be able to do with this as well too. There's also the hashtag Sunflower Selfie. And that's going to be really cool to see as these things develop and grow. people sending in those submissions. Hey, you know, this is what it looks like now. Here's my selfie. I did my first one laying in the garden, and it was just so peaceful. And I had this little sunflower right there. It just takes you right to your roots again. And that's a lot of what we're looking at as well too, with tourism having to just kind of close down. What other services can we provide? And what else can we do with Gold Country Community Society? Tourism is just one aspect of what we do. As people know, we're known for our geocaching and our visitor guides and maps and things like that too. So it's like, what else can we do to really service our communities and to bring a very positive movement forward as well?
What else do people need to know about sunflowers and the Sunflower Project?
Oh, so we're going to be posting tips as time goes on too. There's some really cool things that you can do with sunflowers and so many interesting things that we've been learning. Sunflowers are one of the things that can help detoxify the soil. And currently, as we know, there's been a lot of flooding in the area too, and they can help absorb some of that water as well too. So the varieties that we've been giving seeds out for, they're going to have massive seed heads on them too. The one thing I've done with those stalks, because those stalks grow quite thick and big, is you can actually dry them out, and then next year you have a trellis for your tomato plants or clematis or whatever else that you're growing. So there's always something to do with it. Almost all of it's usable, which is really cool. You know, just learning so much about these sunflowers, and seeing how the bees are attracted to them, so they're good for the pollinators, and then the birds in the fall as well.
Yeah.
Just all the different varieties are just spectacular.
Absolutely. And is there anything else that you want to talk about Gold Country wise? Is this kind of your main project right now, or have you got other things in the works?
We've got other things in the works, but that's another time. I'll just allude to our sunflower up there.
There's an allude to the metal sunflower.
There's a lot that we're working on.
Yeah.
Because
you've had to pivot probably quite a bit with the tourism, because people aren't traveling, right? So
exactly. Yeah. At this point, it's just, I mean, we've been hearing about the phases and doing things safely, and people are still needing to commute to their destinations, like for visiting family and health concerns and that sort of thing. But at this point, it's just keeping our roots, like the sunflower, keeping them local and dreaming globally. And that's where those petals go out, or is the global. So it's that symbol of that hope for the future.
Yeah. Awesome. Great. Unless there's anything else you want to say.
Just thank you so much to the Hub for having the seed packages here too.
Absolutely.
And I just want to thank all the artists and all the people that have gotten involved with this. Secret Gardens for helping with the seeds. There's been so many amazing people that have come forward. And the one thing I was asking people, I did a few interviews on Friday, and I asked them, what do you think of when you think of a sunflower? And immediately the smile. It's just smile. It's just happiness. It's just that symbol, that welcoming symbol that we all need to see right now. Yeah,
I remember driving through Cache Creek, and just north of Cache Creek, there's that, I don't know who lives there, and I don't know if they have it every year, but they have, their entire front yard is sunflowers. And it just makes me smile. Like I love sunflowers. I love going into my backyard and seeing the sunflowers, as no matter where they come up. Sometimes I just leave them, even though they're in the middle of the yard and completely in the way.
Well, that's the nice thing about them too, is that they can be transplanted as well. I have a couple of transplant rescues that I have in the Gold Country garden. I have a little garden set up there too, so I have a few sunflowers that are growing there as well too. But that's the nice thing about it. And when we've been posting things and people are like, oh, where can I get seeds? And letting them know you can go to your local stores, or we do have these ones available for you as well too. But the sharing that's going on, and that's what's incredible, and doing that, in a safe manner. I've been taping seed packages to the door, come and get them when you can, type of thing too. So it's just been, just one of those projects that makes you smile, and it's just so neat to see the connections that are being made. Absolutely. And the artwork and the things that it's inspiring, it's just so nice to have something positive to think about and to be doing right now. Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for coming in and chatting with us. I look forward to seeing all of the sunflowers all over Ashcroft and Cache Creek and the whole Gold Country region in the fall. All over BC. And all over BC. I probably won't be going all over BC. But that's the the nice thing about digital media is that those pictures will come to us and we can share them.
Absolutely.
And we can all travel safely that way.
So we can, you've got a Facebook page?
We do, yeah.
And it's called?
We have the Sunflower Project Facebook page.
Yep.
And then, of course, there's the Explore Go Country Facebook page as well, too, that people can connect with as
Perfect.
well.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.